Hey there, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome to the garden. I went off to a garden center today. I went there last year. I don't know if you're new to the channel. It's a place called Lost Horizons here in Ontario. It's actually in Acton, Ontario, and it's one of those little hole-in-the-wall nurseries. To be quite honest, it's not a really pretty place, but it's a place where you can go to find those diamonds in the rough, the gems, the collector's dream. They don't have, well, they have the mainstream stuff, but they have a lot of rare and unusual things, and that's what makes them fantastic. You've really got to search through what they have. They do have some beautiful display gardens, but not everything that's in the display gardens do they have for sale. So, excuse me. So just be aware of that. But it is nice to go around, and maybe if you ask the people, they'll let you know. Sometimes in the beginning of the year they have more of a selection, like in April, May, and then I went in June, right now, and some of the stuff was gone. I saw a beautiful epimedium with a larger leaf, and it was beautiful, but they didn't have any for sale. So yeah, it's a really interesting place. If you live in the Toronto or Greater Toronto area, or if you're driving through Acton, Ontario, give them a look-see. It's definitely worth the trip. One of the things, excuse me, is they have a lot of native orchids, or not native, but hardy orchids. So each year I'm going to buy myself another Slipper Orchid, Cypripedium. I always forget this name. I always want to say Paphiopedilum, but this is not a Paphiopedilum. This is the hardy orchid to my area. This one here is Cypripedium Philip. And as you can see, it's got a beautiful pink flower. This flower is pretty well done, but at least I was able to see what it looked like. This one was really, really pretty, and it was really expensive. This here was $78, only for one stem. I was looking at it and looking at it, saying, ugh, do I want to? And some of the orchids, they don't look great, but I don't know what they're supposed to look like. Some of them are only very small. Some of them are much taller. Some of them are more fuzzy. Some of them just, I don't know. I don't know what I need to look for. But this one looked healthy to me. This one, like I said, was $78. Some of them are $38 for the more common ones that are around this area. I say common loosely. It's not like you find them in your backyard. Well, not everybody. Some people do. So this one here I thought was rather unique. This one's Hardy to Zone 5. Let me show you the tag. I don't think you'll be able to see it all that well. I'll take a photo of it and put the tag photo up in the top corner. This one here is a robust and vigorous is robust and vigorous without special care, so that's wonderful. Something so beautiful that doesn't need a lot of care. That's beautiful. More flowering shoots every year. Absolutely hardy, down to -30 degrees Celsius. That is huge. Long living plant, decades it says, and no special soil requirements. Medium moisture without waterlogging. So I don't recommend growing them in clay, but anything that's loose, even if you have clay soil, just amend the soil so you have a lot of organic matter and that it drains well. They don't want to sit in water, but at the same time, these guys have root systems that kind of creep along the soil surface, so if it doesn't drain all that well, just make sure that the area around it drains really well. You could do amending, and then protect from competitive plants and slugs. Planting loosens soil up to 10 to 15 centimeter depth, so that's not very deep. That's only about this deep. Like I said, they've only got roots that stay on the surface. Remove pot soil completely, plant shallow, and spread roots horizontally, like I said. I bought a Cypripedium from them last year, and I'll show you at the end of the video. I don't have flower buds yet, but I still think that it's going to do it. It's just it came up really late, and these were grown in like a warm hoop house, I'm sure, in the early parts of the season. And even in nature, they flower around now, so they're coming close. Every one seems to have a different flowering time. So that's one of my purchases. It was the biggest purchase. The Slipper Orchid. The other one is a beautiful variegated lily of the valley. I really like the lily of the valley. I don't want to plant the normal regular leafed one, the one with just a plain green leaf, because it gets really invasive. This variegated variety, this one here is called Vic Powell's Kiss Gold, or Keys Gold. So this one is really pretty. It's again got variegated leaves. These don't divide nearly as quickly. This was actually the most full pot that I saw there. Most of them only had a couple of sprigs growing up, but this one here even has a baby growing off to the side underneath the pot. So what I'm going to do when I go to plant this, and I'm going to cut this with an X-Acto knife, being very careful not to cut this out, and I want to save this. So very soon we'll do well, I probably won't have a video on planting this one, but I'll probably have a video on planting this Cypripedium, and I did a video last year on this Cypripedium. Maybe you can see it back here, the Cypripedium Kentuckiense. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you before the flower was gone. I absolutely love it. So stay tuned for more updates. Stay tuned for a planting video on this one. Every time it's a fun adventure. Again, I have clay soil, so it's always an adventure. If I can get these things to grow here, there's hope for anyone, to be quite honest. Unless you have sand soil. Sand soil is the complete opposite. You don't have a lot of drainage, but you have to seem to water every day, which is really frustrating in itself. Total opposite end of the spectrum. Anyway, I'm rambling. Have a great day. Happy growing, and join our Facebook page. Plant Some Things What's Growing. A lot of fun people there. There's some amazing photos. You guys have amazing gardens. It's good for beginners and experts. People are asking questions all the time. People are answering questions all the time. So just help each other out. Have a lot of fun and share your experiences. It's Plant Some Things What's Growing. Anyway, happy growing, everyone. Out of the pot, I'm going to go Calibrachoa, Million Bells Petunia, and then I'm going to go with a Verbena. I'm just going to do that